let's cut right to the chase. Super String Theory exists in Sonic the Hedgehog Boom. Ian Flynn, in an interview, stated that Sonic Boom is a sort of alternate timeline to the mainline canon games, which would mean the Sonic cosmology is 11th dimensional due to Super String Theory, meaning Super String Theory is the theory that our universe is 11th dimensional. Now, if you don't understand dimensionality, imagine this. If you stack an infinite amount of second dimensional constructs, we third dimensional beings will still be infinitely larger. The Salamander is stated to be transcendent of dimensionality, which would place the Salamander at 12th dimensional. And due to Supersonic and Burning Blaze defeating the Salamander in Sonic Rush, they too would be 12th dimensional. Solaris is stated to be a super-dimensional being by Eggman, and Eggman created the Salamander, which would make Solaris 13th dimensional.
Wow.
Supersonic is stated to be more powerful than Solaris, and goes on to beat him in a one-on-one fight in the present timeline. And Infinite is stated to be thousands of times stronger than everyone Sonic has fought in the English dub. But in the Japanese dub, he is stated to be trillions of times stronger than everybody Sonic has fought.
Good gracious.
As Infinite goes on to no-diff Sonic in a one-on-one fight, and Sonic in the 6-month time skip gets strong enough to kill Infinite with the help with this random avatar rookie, which would mean Sonic in base form alone is thousands to trillions of times 13D, which is short for 13th dimensional. Supersonic is a 10th dimensional amp, as Sonic went from 3rd dimensional to 13th dimensional in Sonic 06, which would make Supersonic currently 23rd dimensional. And it's the theory that Hypersonic is Supersonic going super. I'm talking to you, B-Rail. Hypersonic is 33rd dimensional. Now that we got strain covered, it's time to move on to speed. I'm only going to mention one speed feat for Sonic the Hedgehog since I want to get his fastest speed feat out of the way, because I'm not going to do all that. In Sonic Generations, the tales from the modern and classic timeline states by accelerating through time and space, the Sonics would store current and life, which would make them immeasurable speed or up to irrelevant speed. If you don't understand the speed tales, I'll explain. First, there is infinite speed, which means, well, it's kind of self-explanatory, and it means moving at an infinite distance in a finite amount of time. Then there is inaccessible speed, which means moving throughout stop time. Then there is immeasurable speed, which means moving throughout linear time with shield speed alone. Then there was irreverent speed, which means your speed is beyond the concepts of either distance, time, or space. Now for durability, Sonic the Hedgehog character's strength for attack potency scaled to the durability. But to list some actual feats, he tanked a black hole from a black hole generator, or it was just a black hole explosion. He was able to tank to some degree the Eclipse Cannon, which destroyed half of the moon, but it was so fast, calculations have it at large planetary, or about 2.21 kilotons of TNT. And it was empowered by 6 out of 7 of the Chaos Emeralds when it was used. For example, one Chaos Emerald is described to shift continents, and you can use Chaos Control with it, and Chaos Spear. All 7 can shift the universe.
Oh wow.
Sonic in his super form tanked attacks from Solaris, and tanked attacks from Infinite in his base form. And Infinite, if you don't remember, is stated to be thousands or trillions of times stronger than anyone Sonic has fought, which would include Solaris. And if you don't believe Sonic 06 is canon, I don't think that's true, because in Sonic Rush, Sonic reminisced on the time he and Silver met, which would be in Sonic 06. Now for IQ. The only information I think we have is in the Sonic anime Sonic X. Now in Sonic X, Sonic is stated to have an IQ of around 170. I think it's the only information we have of how smart Sonic is. Now for battle IQ. Sonic in Sonic Colors is stated to be a master combatant. by one of the deadly Feats. And I think that deadly Feats is a master at martial arts. And in only a few days of training in Sonic, like in the game Sonic unlocks Excalibur in, he became a swordsman. He became a master swordsman and beat the best swordsman in the verse. Now for Sonic the Hedgehog's hats, which means abilities. I think he can use Chaos Control, and he can use Chaos Energy-based attacks from collecting so much Chaos Energy in himself that he has it in him without the Super Form, because he's been collecting so much Chaos Energy over the years. Now for his abilities. He has the Spin Dash, the Peel Out, which classic Sonic has and modern could probably use. He has the Boost, which of course can boost his speed. He has the Homing Attack, Quick Slash from Sonic from Tails, and these other ones are also from Sonic from Tails or Sonic Forces, etc. Stop Attack, Loop Kick, Spin Slash, Recovery Slash, Homing Shot, Wild Rush, Sonic Boom, and Phantom Rush. That's all we had to defeat today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this power scaling video for how strong Sonic is. And I wanted to make this video because I personally think he beats characters like Goku, Wally West, etc.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
Yeah, please. It really supports us. Peace out.